Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Live Ones. It is Wednesday, December 1st, 2021. Big news from the world of women's tennis breaking as we go on the air here. The president of the WTA, that's the Women's Tennis Association, has announced that all tournaments will be suspended in China indefinitely because of concerns about the safety of Peng Shuai, a Grand Slam doubles champion, former number one doubles player in the world, who accused a former high-ranking Chinese government official in that country of sexual assault and then has just apparently disappeared. There are differing reports, as there usually are with a communist country. Peng dropped out of public view after raising the allegations in a November 2nd social media post that was quickly taken down by Chinese authorities. They haven't tossed her in a hole to die, as far as anyone knows, but more likely they've spirited her away somewhere secure to convince her to retract her story and make a public apology. I'm not, generally speaking, a fan of tennis. It's just not my particular cup of tea. But I have to offer every bit of praise I can for the WTA for a rare profile and actual courage from the sports world. China, much like Saudi Arabia and other Middle Eastern nations, shells out enormous amounts of money for partnerships with sports and expo authorities around the world in order to gain international audiences and basically propagandize itself. It's a tactic called sports washing. Tennis, if you don't know, is huge business in the entire Asia-Pacific region. The sport is incredibly popular in that part of the world. The WTA typically runs about 60 tournaments in a given year. A little over the third of them are in that region. So this is a big risk for the WTA in terms of their bottom line, and they should absolutely be lauded for it. We had a 2-2 night last night. Not a great start to the week. We went 1-4 on Monday, but there's still plenty of week left. Tons of college hoops, NBA, and NHL on tap tonight. Let's get right to it with St. Joe's and Binghamton. This is right now sitting at St. Joe's is an 11.5-point favorite. This line is pure insanity. The Bearcats' offense has performed better than St. Joe's in every statistical category thus far this season. 7 more points per game on average, better shooting from the floor, better shooting from the arc, better rebounding on the offensive side of the ball. The Hawks have been quite underwhelming so far on both sides of the ball. They lost a tight one to Drexel, a team that's lower mid-tier at best, got blown out by Monmouth by 12 points, only scored 55 against USC, and then got that big surprise upset win against Georgetown, which is where this line is coming from, quite frankly. I'm not sold. Even Georgetown can have an off night. Binghamton has definitely had a comparable schedule to St. Joe's, having to play Cornell and UConn in their first 4 games, lest you think any of those stat comparisons on offense or defense are inflated. I like St. Joe's in this game, but not by 11.5. Take the road dogs here in this spot. Like I said, the Hawks are very underwhelming this year. Binghamton plus 11.5 points tonight. So then moving on to Penn State versus Miami. There has been a ridiculous amount of line movement on this game from the opening. Penn State has dropped from a 5.5-point favorite to a 2.5, and the total has crashed from 138 to 133.5, and all I can say is, why? I know backing the Nittany Lions has been a bear this season. They're 2-4 against the spread, but Miami just got the ever-loving crap kicked out of them by Alabama. I mean, call for the blotter. It was that bad. Penn State, looking man-to-man, matchup-to-matchup, has the clear advantage over the Hurricanes tonight. Miami's trash from the arc, shooting just 27%. They're also a terrible rebound team, close to the bottom of Division I. Miami's defense is just woeful as well, allowing 47% from the floor and an insane 42% from the arc. Really, the only area the Canes have an advantage on the Nittany Lions is pace. Penn State is one of the slowest, most methodical offenses in college basketball. That might be some of the reason for the line movement, particularly shading to the under, but I just don't like it at all. Give me Penn State minus 2.5 here at home. I think they're clearly the much better team here. So then over to the NHL, and my pick of the night is on the Kraken and the Devils. We've got two teams, this should read Kraken and the Red Wings. We've got two teams riding hot hands right now. The Kraken have come alive the last 2 weeks, winning 4 out of their last 5 and scoring 18 goals over that stretch. Jared McCann, Jamie Oleksiak, and Carson Soucy all making offensive contributions. Philip Grubauer's looked really good in goal lately. Detroit has won 3 in a row, averaging 3 goals a game doing it. Alex Nedeljkovic has looked absolutely solid between the pipes, but it's a back-to-back, so he's not in goal tonight. Thomas Greiss is, and he has not had a good run this season as the backup goalie. He's given up 4 goals in consecutive contests and has 5 losses in his last 6 outings. Put all these elements together, and I think a 4-3 or 5-3 game is not out of the question either way. I expect a lot of guys to find the back of the net tonight. Give me the over 5.5 goals. So then over to the NBA, and we're going to take a look at the Wizards and the Timberwolves. The Wolves will be riding a stretch of 7 wins in 8 games when they open a 2-game road trip against the Wizards tonight. After a 10-3 start, the Wizards have dropped 5 out of their last 8. They split a pair against the Miami Heat and lost to the Charlotte Hornets in their last homestand. A lot of this has been precipitated by their drop in offense, particularly by Bradley Beal. Beal's just really struggling a bit to grasp this new coach, Wes Unseld Jr.'s offense. And both of his scoring average and his field goal percentage are taking a serious dip from his highs last season. The Wizards don't play at a fast pace either. They're 24th in the league. The Timberwolves have their own offensive struggles. They're 26th in the league in field goal percentage, 21st from the arc, and 20th from the foul line. This is the perfect spot for an under tonight, and I will gladly take it here at 218.5. That total is just insane with these two offenses in play. So that is my fourth and final play for the night. Everyone bet safe, stay safe. Follow us on Twitter at Live One Sports. Check us out on Roku and Fire TV at the Live Ones. Have yourselves a great Wednesday night, and I will see you tomorrow.